Okay, right. For this lesson, the second lesson on Python in Year 7, what we're going to do is have a look at creating a number guessing game. So you will need to go into Trinket. Remember, the trick is once you've logged in, click on Home. I'll do this. And then scroll down and you can find the Trinket course. So I've got Python intro. Okay, so we're going to go to the number guessing game here. Now, what I want you to do, let's just go through what I want to create. What I want to create is a game where the game will pick a number between, say, 1 and 20. And then what I want it to do is to ask me to have a guess and it to give me some instructions so that I can see if it works. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to need a few things. You're going to need some random numbers, some variables, some input, so we need to put some input in, maybe the name of the player. We're going to look at using while statements and also if statements. So there's a lot in there. So as you see, if you read through the instructions, you can see that one of the first thing we need is import random. And this is a sort of library of code that Python can use for generating random numbers. And we're going to tell it to create a random, and it's going to be use random.randint, which is a random integer. This first number is the start number, and this is the 20 is the end number, so this is the range. It's going to pick a number between 1 and 20. So if you start putting these in, so if I put import random, and I can paste it in on here, and then I'm going to have my random number bit here, and then just to prove that it works, I'm going to put this on line 3. So this is going to print the random number is, and then it's going to use the number that's been stored in the variable number here. So if I run this now, you should see that the random number is 8. If I run it again, so your random number is 10. Okay, so you can go through and do that. Just check that it works. We are then going to go on to the next bit. So we need to get the user's name. Okay, so as we don't want to tell the user the random number, we're actually going to delete line 3. So here you go, I'm going to delete line 3. And then I'm going to put in a request and ask them for their name. And I'm going to store that in something I'm calling my name. So it's going to say, my name is a variable. So it's going to input, it's going to say, hello, what is your name? And then it's going to store the name in the variable my name. Now, what I then want to do is I want to get Python to give me something that will tell me that it wants to play a game. So you can see here what I've done is, hello, my name, so hello, Mr. Steele, let's play a game. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. So that's what I want it to do. So let's see if that works. Okay, what is your name? I'm going to put Mr. Steele and press return. Hello, Mr. Steele, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. Brilliant. So that's the first part of the game. We then need to move on to making the next part of the game. Okay, so for this we're going to have to import a random number, I think. So actually it's going to give them a personalized message, So now we're going to have to check the answers that they give. We're going to have to get an answer and then check the answer. Okay, so let's go checking the answers. So to do this, we're going to use a while statement. It's a sort of loop that goes around until a particular condition is true. Okay, so we're going to make a new variable called guess. So here we've got guess equals 0. And I'm going to put this on, I think I put it on line 5. Just a minute. In this case, we'll set it to 0 and set a new line after line 2. Put this on the blank line 3. So that's that. So that's my guess equals 0. All right. So I've done that. Let's say guess equals 0. So this is where we come to the while statements. Now it's important that you use these. This double one, you have to use double, it means exactly equal to. Okay, so it's going to say it's exactly equal to a particular thing. Okay, so we want the while loop to run until the variable guess and number are the same. So at the moment, guess equals 0 and number will be the random number. Now I've set it to 0 because it's not a possible answer that the random number will give, because the lowest number is 1. So what we're going to do, copy the following starting at line 7, then test it out. So I'm going to copy this in and put it into line 7. Okay, so while guesses, and this is not equal to number, it's going to run. Now it's going to run all the things that are indented. Okay, now one of the things I want to do is I just want to check whether, the indentation's wrong. Sometimes when you copy it in, it gets the indentation, and the indentation is important. So let's put that in there. That's probably going to have to go there. A useful trick is to go back to the line before, and then it will sort of work it all out. So I'm just going to be really, there you go, and also do the same here. Just means that hopefully it gets the right idea. Okay, now it will tell you whether you're too high or too low. So let's see if that works. Okay, Mr. Steele. Take a guess. I'm going to go 10. Guess is too low, so I'm going to take a guess and go 15. Well, it's gone to take a guess. I don't know why that is. Go for 20. Okay, my guess is too low, so don't know why it's sort of stopped there. We'll sort that out. Okay, right. So, and finally, once it's come out and it comes out of that, we need to add the following line. Well done, you guessed correctly. Okay, so line 18. Okay, so hopefully we should get something that looks like that. Let's run it again and see whether that works. So put Mr. Steele. Take a guess. 10. Take a guess. That's going wrong somewhere. So I'll have to have a little look and see why. That's guess is less than number. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well done, I guessed correctly. So there's something wrong. Oh, here it is. I've just spotted it. That indentation's wrong. So it couldn't do the number is too high. Okay, if I run that again, you see just a little indentation. And if you miss it, okay, so I'm going to go 10. It's too high, so I'm going to go 5. It's too high. I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it was 1. How annoying. So hopefully you can see how that works. So you can go on and do that. And then you might want to be able to look at seeing if you can see how many guesses it's taken for the player to score it. Okay, so you can look at doing that. And then finally, you can make some improvements, okay, by looking at this. And we're going to use an if statement and an else if. And say, if tries is less than 5, excellent. If it's less than 10, that's fair. If it's basically more than 10, you're saying rubbish, try again. So that's for you to develop during the lesson if you get there. So let's see if you can make a number guessing game using random numbers. Okay, so again, look at Trinket, follow the instructions, but be careful of those little errors, just as I had, where I missed an indentation and it didn't work. Okay, so have a go at that, and I will have a look at it next lesson with you. Okay.